Hey there, welcome to ArchiTools. In this video, I will be telling you the most important shortcuts which is beneficial in Revit and you will be using them a lot in your projects. So as a beginner, you must be aware of these shortcuts. So the first one is align and the shortcut for that is AL. Let's say I have created a wall by clicking WA somewhere like here and like this. So just giving you an example, I want to align the start point of all these walls. This is just an example to make you aware of the align tool. So if I click on the part from where I want to align, you can see edges being snapped. You will click on this and the item you want to align. You click on that and as you can see it's aligned with the host reference. If you want you can also lock it. Similarly for this, if you want to align this also, you have to pick the reference and then align the object you want and lock it if you want. By locking it, it's easier to gain access. Likewise, it's a constraint. These items are in constraint now, and when you move one of the items, the other items will move with the constraint. Now, if I see the options and after clicking on the align, you can find on the ribbon icon there is an option of multiple alignment and lock. We'll discuss about these. Let's say I'm placing my furniture items. So I want to align all these to a reference point. I click on AL and here multiple alignment option. If I click on this, so this is my start reference point and I can go on aligning the object at once. I need not to go on the alignment reference every time. So it basically just makes our task a step shorter. Similar is the case of lock. These are the items, and as we have discussed that in the starting after alignment, there an option of locking the object comes. Without doing that, we can simply click on this lock option and press on the align and click on the edge. Now it gets automatically locked. So it's a basic tool which shortens a step in the process. Now moving on to the next shortcut, which is trim, and the shortcut for that is TR. Let's say I have created a wall and I want to trim this part, point from where it is extending. I click on TR, click on the one side and the other end from where I want to trim. Make sure that if you click on the other side, the other part will get trimmed. I hope it's clear. Moving on to the next is copy, and the shortcut is CO. Let's say I want to copy this item. I press on CO and I can copy. If I want to copy multiple items, again press on the CO and here I have got a multiple option. I click on this and I can move it. Now, as you can see, it's moving at a parallel line, right? Just because it's constrained. Well, the constraint point is tick. If I untick it, I can move it anywhere I like. The next command is the array command. and the shortcut for that is AR. Let's say I have provided an item and I want to array it just in multiple instances. I need not to copy it because it's way multiple of the instances. So instead of copying it, I use the array command. I select the object, press AR, and I get in the ribbon panel some options where if one option is linear, whether I want to array it in linear or I want to array it in a radial fashion. So if I try with the linear option, and the next is group and associate option. If this part is tick, the objects which are arrayed are in singular array groups. This will be helpful for making array parameters in future if whenever we want. And in other sense, if you want to keep it simple, just untick it. The number of items you want, I want, let's say 10 items, and it is asking the snapping point, whichever I am choosing. Is it to the second point or the last point? If I select this option and I choose that 2600 is the distance from one point to other point, so using this second option, all the items are placed at regular intervals. Similarly, if I choose the second option, which is the last, so the last is the this is the starting element, and wherever I place my next item, that will be the last count. And if I place 10 items only this time, so the other 8 items will be placed between them. Likewise, I hope it's clear. So this was linear array, and the if I talk about the radial array, the it will ask for the radius from where I want to array. You can press on space bar and provide an array. If you have a reference, let's say I want to keep my array from this point, and the number of items. Let's say I want number of items 3, and move it to the last. So I click on this and move it at a 120 degrees. So 3 items will be placed as I have placed the number of count 3 in radial fashion using the center point which I have provided. Now, you might be wondering where all these keyboard shortcuts are coming from. This you can see from going into the view option, and on the right hand side you will find user interface. If you click on the drop down, you will find keyboard shortcuts. And as we have discussed a few items like for copying, the shortcut was CO. So you can see that two shortcuts are provided, CO and CC, which is applied for the copy command. Similarly for array, the shortcut AR is provided. So these are inbuilt shortcuts which are provided in your default Revit system. What if you want to provide a specific shortcut to your command? Let's say I have I have been using a lot. I have been using a command a lot. That is, I have created a wall, a number of items, and I have placed a window, a door, and I have selected wall, and I want that only wall gets selected. One way is by selecting all of the items and going to the filter and just selecting the walls option. One way is that. The other way can be, since it's a wall, you can select this item and right click it and go to select all instances, visible in view. If you want to see all the items which are in view only, or select all instances in the entire project. In my particular case, I'll select visible in view. All the walls which are in this category will be selected. So this is a 2 or 3 step process, right? If you want, you can create a keyboard shortcut for that. So needless of going to view and then going into user interface and providing keyboard shortcuts. The shortcut for keyboard shortcut is KS. If you click on this, the shortcut palette will appear. And the command which I have used is visible. I have to go back and I have to select this and see the command select all instances. So I have to type this in my search option, select all instances. In entire project, if you can see, I have already provided, this is not a default shortcut, I have assigned my shortcut to this. SA is the shortcut. For visible in view, selecting all instances is the shortcut provided is SV. If I want to assign more shortcuts for that. That can be SVV. Click on assign and it will be assigned as a shortcut. If you want to check it, select a wall and press on SVV. So this is a more easier way while working in Revit. It will make your things much easier and much faster. These are some of the important shortcuts which you should be aware in while working in Revit. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to Argy Tools, and let me know in the comments which shortcut you like the most or which one you didn't know before. Until then, bye bye.